Konami. I am not at all surprised that eFootball turned out the way it did. The game did launch a couple days ago, for those who don't know, and it's been a train wreck. It's not been good at all. I just want to burn this image in your mind for now. Just remember what this model looks like from the eFootball 2022 launch trailer, because some of the images you're about to see later aren't reflective of what was marketed. So, you may recall that back in July of 2021, Pro Evolution Soccer was renamed to eFootball, and they changed the whole business model. It's a free-to-play, digital-only game, and obviously it's infested with monetization. Here's a roadmap talking about, like cross-gen matches and additional modes and whatever it is. The red flags really started to pop up when Konami made a couple of announcements, like how a bunch of modes will be sold separately in this free-to-play game that's essentially a very stripped-down shell of a full experience. This was then followed up by Konami straight up admitting that eFootball's launch would basically be a demo, which suggested that they knew for a fact that this wasn't a finished product, and, it's not like it's released as early access. It's just straight up the game's launch as a free-to-play title. And in the answer to their own FAQ, they said, in many ways, yes, it is a demo. We want people to get hands-on with eFootball as soon as possible, so we will launch with a limited number of teams and modes. So this didn't give a good impression, and as if that wasn't enough, it was even disclosed by Konami that some of eFootball's new gameplay mechanics, animations, and even kicks won't be in at launch. You shouldn't be launching your game if all of the animations and mechanics aren't in. So huge red flags. And in the days leading up to eFootball's launch, we saw Konami selling essentially pre-orders for loot boxes. Konami selling a 33 pounds eFootball premium player pack you can't use until November, and that's the kicker. Because this is such a shell of a game at launch, it's gonna take like 2 months until November until the new modes are added and the card packs are activated and all that. Here's another headline. P.S. Its free-to-play successor eFootball has a $40 DLC pack that cannot be used for 2 months. So, with all of that going on, at the end of the day, people wondered, okay, what's the quality of the game? Does the game feel good to play at least? Are the fundamentals down? Is this, a lot of people consider Pro Evolution Soccer to be pretty fun. Does it adhere to that? And is it a significant step forward and improvement? Nope. If you look at the reviews right here, overwhelmingly negative from a whopping 11,554 reviews, a mere 9% approval rate. Ladies and gentlemen, this makes eFootball the worst user-rated game in Steam history, and it achieved this in like a day or two. And with over 11,000 reviews, this is a pretty good sample size. And you can see right here in the Hall of Shame, Steam250.com, how eFootball has straight up topped the charts. Now, there was an expansion for another game for Europa Universalis 4 called Leviathan that achieved a 9%, but this is an expansion for a game. When it comes to just full-fledged games, this right here, eFootball, has broken records, crowned the worst rated game on Steam ever, and there's a pretty good reason for it. Check this out. This on the right, that's an actual screenshot that people got from eFootball. On the left, you've got actual Lionel Messi, and remember when I told you to keep this model in mind, the one that, at least looks decent? Yeah, kind of a big difference, isn't there, between that and whatever the hell this monstrosity is. The headline speaks for itself. Konami's free-to-play eFootball is already the worst user-rated Steam game in history. Scrolling down, you'll find people tweeting about awful models and awful gameplay, the bugs and glitches, technical issues. This game launched exactly how I expected. Incomplete. Because Konami indicated as much in their, tweets and stuff that they announced leading up to the game's release. So right here we got the comparison between EA without scanning Messi versus Konami after scanning Messi. Then we got some gameplay quirks, like this Reddit clip right here that... yeah. Scrolling further down, we got a clip from a Twitter user. I'm actually going to maximize this one. It's easier to see. So replaying this, You'll look at the Naruto run. The arms are completely glitched out. This video seems to have been filmed on a potato, but I'm pretty sure the message got across. And then further down, we've got all of the bizarre models like Lionel Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo also looks incredibly funky. More animation glitches down here that look utterly ridiculous. So you can see right here in slow motion how the arms are flopping all over the place, just ragdolling everywhere. And then here we have another clip from Reddit that looks something like this. Watch here as the character models and animations and movement completely glitch out and go out of whack. And I'm sure you can imagine what the Pro Evolution Soccer subreddit looks like with top comments this week, including this one right here that compares a render of Lionel Messi that Konami itself promoted for eFootball versus what we got in the final product. Essentially, discount Lionel Messi, the stuff of horrors. This reaction right here is quite appropriate. Plenty of discussion surrounding how eFootball very quickly became the worst user-rated game on Steam. Here we have a clip whose headline reads, "To those saying the gameplay isn't bad, discuss." Yeah, about that. So, yeah. Focus on that. Look, yeah, what's happening? What? That speaks for itself. Another thing a lot of people have been pointing out is the utter horror that is the crowd in eFootball. Check this screenshot out. Let me actually pull up a bigger image of that. Look at this hellish landscape of horrific creatures, the souls of the damned desperately begging to end their misery. Aside from how horrifying these models look, you can see how frequently they're copied and pasted. So here we have this guy, 1, 2, 3, maybe they're wearing differently textured clothes here and there, like this kid right here doubles here, and then this guy's the same kid but wearing a pink hoodie, and this is a purple hoodie. It's just, this is truly, truly cursed stuff. And the Reddit user who pointed this out aptly said, eFootball or The Walking Dead. I mean, these look like models taken straight from GoldenEye 64. This is that generation's graphics. And the more you keep scrolling, the more hilarious the horror gets. Look at the facial models of prominent soccer players within eFootball. So if you're wondering, is eFootball gonna be a genuine competitor to FIFA? It's not looking like it. Konami does what they do best, utterly massacring a franchise. And you get the idea. What a journey it was. I saw you being born and I saw you die. More screenshots of how awful this game looks. I think this is supposed to be Cristiano Ronaldo Halloween edition. And yeah, that's been imprinted in my mind permanently. So thanks for that, Konami. And the Naruto arms issue isn't an isolated incident. Plenty of people have seen this, like this clip right here. Oh my god. What have they done? It's safe to say this game was nowhere near ready to release. Oh, look! The national anthem with, I don't know, are models missing? Or are the models just not placed properly? Whatever it is. Yeah, no, this is all seriously messed up. Placement of models, the way their faces look, the way they're rigged, everything about this is so fucked up. Oh my god, what is that? This is truly embarrassing. I knew this was gonna be a mess of a launch, but this is far worse than anything I anticipated. This is, they couldn't get the fundamentals and basics right even. Are we sure Konami was aiming to make a soccer game with eFootball? What if it's secretly like a new Silent Hill? Because this is a horror game. All right, so with all that out of the way, we got a statement from Konami itself on the official eFootball Twitter page. Clicking on it will reveal the full statement, which reads, after the release of eFootball 2022, we have received lots of feedback and requests regarding game balance that includes pass speed and defense operation. We would also like to acknowledge that there have been reports of problems users have experienced with cutscenes, facial expressions, movement of players, and the behavior of the ball. So issues with all of the fundamentals that you need to make a proper soccer game. We're very sorry for the problems and want to assure everyone we will take all concerns seriously and strive to improve the current situation. Yeah, good luck with that. Remember the roadmap here? Yeah, expect this to be delayed and just be completely derailed, big time, as tends to happen with live services that launch disastrously and that force developers to focus on fixing the game rather than on the promised content. We've been here before, but Konami really went above and beyond with how poorly this release was. The statement concludes with, "This work will be continuously updated, quality will be improved, and content will be added consistently. From next week onward, we will prepare for an update in October while receiving further opinions through questionnaires to our users. We'll do our utmost to satisfy as many users as possible, and we look forward to your continued support of eFootball 2022. Continued support. That's a bold suggestion to make. If you ask me, this is about as dead on arrival as a game can get. This is about the worst impression you can give off, and I don't foresee this as being a game that'll be fixed in the next few months. And eFootball is competing against FIFA. You had one chance to make a good first impression, to make eFootball seem like it could be a genuine competitor to FIFA, and God knows we need competition with FIFA, because EA essentially, I feel, has a monopoly on soccer games, and therefore they get away with all this bullshit, knowing that this is the soccer game that people have to get to, you know, get that official FIFA soccer simulation experience. And Konami, you know, unsurprisingly, they've become a laughingstock yet again, a trend that's been occurring for many, many years now across a myriad of their franchises. Metal Gear, Silent Hill, Castlevania, you name it. Now PS, Pro Evolution Soccer, died for this. Suffice to say, people are pissed. Scrolling down, you'll find people pointing out all of the severe issues that they've seen with the game. And it isn't just visuals. Plenty of people are pointing out that the gameplay is ass as well, in large part because of technical issues, but also the game just doesn't feel good to play, and there is plenty of feedback out there for that. But yeah, looking at the comments here, people pointing out the zombie-like crowd, people pointing out marketing bullshit from Konami, like how in this statement, Konami assured that the final result was even more impressive than we had originally conceived. We went beyond the border of Pro Evolution Soccer into a new realm of virtual soccer. They straight up said, we took PES and just took it to the next level, to the next dimension. It's far worse than Pro Evolution Soccer. Gameplay-wise, visually, the launch state, it's all pure garbage, and Pro Evolution Soccer fans are dismayed. Maybe now have some clue as to how Metal Gear fans feel like after how Konami butchered that. Scrolling down, it's just memes and people making fun, pointing out the awful, awful models, textures, animations. Did I want this game to be a train wreck of a release? No, I was hoping that Konami would show some semblance of competency as far as game publishing and development goes. And again, I genuinely think FIFA just needs competition. Not to say that I had high hopes for eFootball, but it is certainly still a damn shame to see that Konami's still Konami. Just rushing games, not caring much about quality assurance. Yeah, this is just an unacceptably piss-poor release, and this review score here, this game becoming the worst user-rated game in Steam history. Yeah, they had it coming. Well-deserved. Congratulations, Konami. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is one man's take on the launch of eFootball. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on Konami's latest train wreck. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.